What is going on, guys? DBG here. In this video I'm going to be going over the 5 best and worst value point guards that you can get in NBA 2K18 MyTEAM right now. I'm not going to just be talking about the best value in terms of their cost, but I'm also going to take into account their salary cap value as well, or their supermax value. Both of them are going to be taken into account. So I'm going to start with the 5 worst value, and this is not saying that these are the 5 worst point guards, because they're not. These 5 cards are all very good cards, but I just think that they are the worst value because I think there's much better alternatives that you can pick up for a lot cheaper than these guys. At number 5, we have got the Emerald Mo Williams, the 80 overall card. So one of the big reasons for this is that you can pick one up for 6k, who's 3 ratings better, and is also lower on the salary, in salary. So this Mo Williams isn't that bad a card. Like he's not going to dunk, even though he does have a 50 driving dunk tendency. He's got open shot mid of 85, open shot 3 of 84, and decent free throw. Well, not decent, great free throw of 91. But like his overall stats are alright offensively. Not a good defensive player. And again, good speed with ball, good speed. The reason why he's one of the worst value is he's 214 in salary, and you get an 83 overall one for like 4k, for like 4k more. I know it's more than double the price, but still, this card's way better, and it's also way lower in salary, nearly 100 difference. So definitely, that's the only reason why this card is on the worst value list. At number 4, we have got 82 overall Eric Bledsoe, who's about 7.5k MT. Like, I know that it is slightly better than this Bledsoe here, and it also was a decent duo, but the thing with this card is he's 7.5k MT. He's got a driving dunk tendency of 80, which isn't the best. It's not terrible, but it's not the best. He's not going to shoot many threes. 78 open shot 3, 76 open shot mid, 82 free throw. Doesn't even have 86 ball control, so we can't speed boost. He's only 6'1", so he's small. He's only got a driving dunk of 27, which isn't anything special. 86 speed, 89 acceleration, 90 speed with ball is quite good. But the problem again with Eric Bledsoe is that you can definitely just pick up better cards that do the same role but better for much cheaper. That's why he's on this list. At number 3, we have got Chris Paul, CP3. One of the best point guards in the world, but the problem is that CP3's game never translates well to 2K. His dynamic duo with James Harden barely makes either of them better. And even though his stats are quite good, he's a decent mid-range, he's a very good mid-range shooter, decent 3-point shooter, good ball control. He is 6 foot, so even though he does have good defensive stats, he doesn't have the highest for steal rating, but he's not going to be anything special, especially with 75 speed, 82 speed ball, 80 acceleration. That's not great. And for how much this card is, I know a lot of that is because Dominique as the Clippers collection award, but with the dunk tendencies updated, that Dominique's not worth nearly as much as he used to be. So that's why Chris Paul, while is definitely a good card, it's why Chris Paul is not up there with the best of the cards at that price range or at that overall. You can definitely get much better cards for cheaper. So at number 2, we've actually got one of the best point guards in the game, and it's Russell Westbrook. But like, Russell Westbrook has got really average stats if you're looking at Sapphire cards. Like, he's got a good driving layup, he's got a decent post fadeaway, but that doesn't make too much of a difference. His open shot mid of 76 isn't great. His open shot 3 of 71 isn't great either. 87 ball control is quite good. Passing stats aren't that important because passing's still broken this year. A high defensive rebound isn't the most important thing for a point guard. He's got a low steal rating. He's got decent on-ball defense, but not great. Speed is nowhere near what it should be. 92, 92, and 91. He should be way faster than that. He's at 86 vertical, and he only has a driving dunk tendency of, of 75. Like, there's a lot of cheaper cards that are definitely, I think, worth it a little bit more. Westbrook is definitely one of the better cards in the game, but for 12 to 15k for Westbrook, there's a card, I know he's not a point guard, but this card does almost the exact same job. Victor Oladipo's gold card. It's not the most expensive, or even his emerald card, but his emerald card's expensive on salary cap. His gold card does almost the same job as Westbrook. Westbrook's 320 salary also is definitely a deterrent from using this card. 320 is seriously high for a card that's not that much better than some gold cards. And the worst value by far, Gary Payton's Miami Heat card. This card isn't good. This card is terrible. Like, I'm gonna compare this card to, let's see, a 500 MT gold card. George Hill. George Hill better. 500 MT. This card, that 6k one is the cheapest I've ever seen this card up for. He's got not a good post fadeaway, not a great driving layup. He's got not a good open shot mid or three. He's got a decent free throw, not the best ball control. He's got good lateral quickness, and he's got good on-ball defense like you. He's got a terrible steal rating. He's also slow and has a driving dunk tendency of 0, so he can't dunk. So this card is very bad, and he's expensive. Like, he's the cheapest I've ever seen him up. Normally he's over 10k. Like, this card straight up should never be purchased. Like, this is one of the worst emeralds in the game, by far. Like, this is one of the worst value cards in the game. And maybe I'd pay 1000 MT, and that's probably what I pay for it, max. Because there are better gold cards that cost 500 MT than this card. And now we are on to the 5 best value. First of all, we've got Jeff Teague, who is 500 MT. I know he's got 200 in salary cap, which is why he's at number 5. Jeff Teague has got a driving dunk tendency of 45, which is kind of weird because he does tend to dunk an awful lot. If you ever play with him, good open shot, great open shot mid of 91, decent open shot 3 of 78, good free throw, good ball control of 87. He's not the worst defender, 77 on-ball defensive IQ, driving dunk of 64. He's relatively fast, 83, 83, 83. And yeah, like, while he's nothing spectacular, for 500 MT, if you have a whole team of really good golds, you can still fit that in within the salary cap. Because even though they're 200, 2,400, it's quite easy to keep a decent enough team around that level. But Jeff Teague definitely is a great card to pick up. And number 4, we've got another 500 MT player, and it's Ricky Rubio. If you guys don't know, Ricky Rubio has some of the lowest intangibles in the game. Like, really low intangibles. I know I'm gonna stop comparing him to these players to Fat Lever. Where's Rubio? There he is. So Ricky Rubio realistically should be about a 79 overall at least. So Rubio's got a good open shot mid of 83, not a terrible open shot 3 of 71, not good, not terrible. But with the duo that is boosted, he's got a great duo, Rudy Gobert. He's 86 free throw, 83 ball control, good passing stats. He's got good on-ball defense of 83, decent steal of 74, decent lateral quickness of 82. And even though he isn't going to dunk and he's not particularly fast, he is a little bit taller than normal, 6'4". So definitely for 500 MT, and because the duo with Rudy Gobert makes Gobert a Sapphire, and it makes Ricky Rubio one of the best golds, if not the best gold in the game at a 79 overall, this duo is definitely could be worth picking up. And that's why Ricky Rubio is at number 4 on this list. At number 3, we've got a guard who, is there any name up for 500 MT? No, he's 600 MT at his cheapest, and it's Ron Harper. Like, you might look at Ron Harper's stats and be like, oh, this card is really bad. Which, to be fair, I could see why. I'd see why you'd say that. But the thing is, this guy is 6'6". He's 6'6". He's an 80 driving dunk tendency. He hasn't got the best stats. Not a good open shot mid. Not a terrible open shot mid, but not good. Not the same with 3. Rating of 70. Not good, not terrible. 70 free throw, 80 ball control. He's got 82 lateral quickness. He's got a 63 steal, which is not great. On-ball defense IQ of 82. He's got not the best driving dunk of 60. Not the best speed, acceleration, or vertical. But he's 6'6". And his salary is 50. Yes, 50. The lowest the gold can possibly be. So for 600 MT to get a decent gold point guard for this cheap with a 50 salary, definitely is worth doing, because he's just going to sit in the end of your bench anyway, and he's 6'6", so he can probably play a few minutes, the 1, the 2, or the 3, because he can play a bit of defense, and that's why he's number 3 on this list. At number 2, we have got kind of a weird one. We've got George Hill's San Antonio Spurs card. George Hill's other card, his normal card, gold card, is actually only 500 MT, which is cheaper, and he's actually better. But just look at the salary. You get this guy for 50. Yes, 50 salary. So George Hill's 78 overall card is one of the better gold point guards in the game as well. Like, everyone knows how good that card is. But if you look at the stats, this one's much better offensively. But even though it is a worse defender, the Spurs one is much faster and much more athletic. So dunk tendencies, the Kings one has a better driving dunk tendency than the Spurs one. So both of these cards are very similar. They both do different things well, sorry. But the salary of 50 makes this one of the best value cards you can pick up right now in my team. And number 1 for 750 MT and only 50 in salary is Larry Siegfried. He's 6'3", so he's tall for the point guard. He's got a driving dunk tendency of 50, meaning he'll dunk a little bit. But this card is unbelievable. I used him in a couple of domination games, and I didn't realize how good this card was until I had him in the squad for that. He's not going to be the best in the post. 82 driving lane percent. Open shot mid of 85, which is really good. Open shot 3 of 81 with a nice release, which is really good. Not the best ball control or free throw, or decent free throw. Not the best ball control. He's a good defender. He's got 80 lateral quickness. He's got on-ball defense like you've 80. A bad steal though. And he's quite fast. He's got 85 speed, 88 speed by 84 acceleration, 70 vertical. And yeah, this card definitely is one of the best hidden gems you can pick up. I came up against him a few times and he torched me. And I was like, surely this card isn't that good. But that's why he's great, and he's really cheap and low on salary. So definitely I have this guy at number 1. So anyway, that's the video. In my opinion, these are the top 5 best and worst value point guards that you can get right now in NBA 2K18 MyTEAM. Again, within the next 2 or 3 weeks, this will probably change, and I'll probably do one of these videos maybe every month if they get received well. And as always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.